I think I figured out what was making all that noise. Try to make sure they're fully spread before you do this. Lube makes everything go smoother. Good morning, guys. In today's video, I'm gonna address that. You hear it? It doesn't sound very good. We got 2006 Chevy Suburban. But this will be the same procedure on like 99 to 06 Chevy Suburbans, Tahoes, Silverados, GMC Sierras, Yukons, you know, all that. Go ahead and chock whichever tires are staying on the ground. That way you don't have your truck rolling. Now, if you're wondering where to jack it up from, anywhere on this frame will work, but I like to just do it right on the rear stabilizer arm for the rear axle. It seems like a good spot, so I'm gonna jack it up in the air and get the tire off. That should be enough space. I've got these fancy lug nuts, but no matter what, taking them off is still the same thing. If you don't have an impact gun, you'll have to leave it on the ground, break them all loose, and then jack it up and take the rest of them off. But in this case, I have an impact gun, so I'm going to use it. So 3 of them off. Oh, this tire's heavy. Just a tiny bit, resting on that jack stand and the jack. That way we just got a little more stability here, because we are working on kind of a big hill. Now we just gotta find the caliper bolts, which in this case are big old chunky guys. What size is that? It's just so you can see them. They're both tucked back right there. I don't know how well you can see that. 3/4 inch bolts in the back of this caliper. We gotta take them, possibly just one, and swing it out of the way, but we'll see. It doesn't look like there's gonna be enough space to swing it, so I think we gotta take them both out. I went and checked a couple socket sizes, and it's actually an 18mm, so to avoid stripping it, I'm going to use an 18mm. Now, just gotta undo that bolt. It's likely gonna be on there pretty tight, so I got a pretty long 1/2 inch ratchet here. There's one. And there's 2. So, those out. I think that might be the only bolts we need to undo here, because the rest of this is just sliding the pads out of the way. I think I figured out what was making all that noise. It's supposed to be material on here. Looks like it's created some slag there, like a little lathe on that rotor. Thankfully the rotor's okay, but that definitely needs to be changed. AutoZone actually has a lifetime warranty on their brake pads, and when I went in to buy some new ones, I wanted to check to make sure these were under warranty, and they were. The last time I bought them was September of 2018, which was the beginning of my senior year in high school. So yeah, these things did last, but time to change them. Now, because of the way I'm doing this with the wrenches, I went ahead and threw one of the fuller pads back on there, but if you have a C-clamp or an actual caliper piston compressor tool, that might help you out here. But I don't want to use one of those because I got 2 wrenches, and I don't really want to go dig the brake spreader out of the toolbox because I don't remember where I put it exactly. Here we've got some shiny new ones. Look how much more chunk is on there. These should last a good bit of time, and they also have the wear indicator to let me know when they're worn down, which, as you could tell, I ignored that this time. But anyways, caliper's a bit dirty, so I'm going to spray it with what little brake clean I have left. Hopefully encourage it to work. Now, the most important part is these metal rails the pads are actually going to slide on. You want to try to make sure there's not going to be a ton of friction there. We're going to grease them anyways, but I'm trying to be sparing with the brake clean here. So only going to hit what's important. Looks like that cleaned up quite nicely, sort of. So now we're going to take some brake and bearing grease. We're going to grease it up here, 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 and along these rails, because that's where the brake pads are going to be sliding in and out. You want to try to make sure you put a good amount of grease in there. Now, unfortunately, this new kit did not come with new guides, which is weird. Usually they do, but in this case they did not, so we are reusing the old ones. Should be enough for the caliper for now. Moving on to the pads, these little corner pieces are going to be what's riding on those rails, so not a bad idea to grease those up too. And again, you can't really overdo it, just make sure you don't get any on the actual friction pad. Really, no sense in being sparing with the grease here. I also like to put a little on the actual back of the pad where the pistons are going to ride on it, at least for the one going on the piston side. All right, with this pad all greased up, it's time to pop it in. Line up each side as best I can, and then push that in place to where it's sitting flat against this. Now it's time to do the second pad and slide that one in place. And again, we're avoiding getting any grease on here, and also try not to get any grease on your rotors. That's no good. It's kind of yucky. Put that on the back. Got some extra here, probably more than I need, but it's okay. Greasing it up. Lube makes everything go smoother. And we got a good greased up brake pad. Gonna go ahead and pop that in here carefully again, trying to avoid getting any grease on the friction pads. A little bit's not gonna hurt because we can spray it with brake clean when we're done, but still, you wanna be careful. Slide that in place, make sure they're in their channels, and pop it in. Now, this is not nearly enough space to fit around the rotor, so I'm gonna grab those wrenches again. Again, we got more meat, so we gotta make a little more space for that rotor now. We're gonna go real gentle here. Try not to chip the friction material on there. Wear them out prematurely, because that's never fun for anybody. Putting here in just a slide piece, popping it out. Somehow it keeps the brake from dragging before. Swing it back around. Oops. Try to make sure they're fully spread before you do this, because it will scrape them up real bad if they're not. And may need to spread those out a bit more. Compress that piston just a little bit more. Hopefully that'll make them fit. Dealing with ceramic brake pads. If anybody's ever dealt with ceramic, it's brittle. Line this bolt up as best as I can. Get the bolts in by hand, just started. Tighten it up. Now to keep everything level and flat, I'm gonna get this side snug until I stop seeing a gap between the caliper bracket and the rear axle thingy portion where it bolts on. And then I'm gonna get this top one to the same position. They're gonna kind of snug it up a little bit. And then I'll tighten the bottom one all the way. Make sure you got this thing real tight too. You don't want your caliper bracket coming off while you're driving. And the top one. Final tightening on that. There we go. And we're done, sew the wheel back on. That's the shitty thing about running 35s. Now, personally, when putting the tire back on, I like to get all these as snug as possible by hand. And then, once the tire stops wiggling, there is an important way you gotta tighten this. So, it's called sequencing. You deal with this on a cylinder head too. So, I'm gonna tighten this one first, then this one, then this one, creating kind of a triangle. Then I'm gonna jump to this one, and this one, creating another triangle. On a 5 lug, you just do it like you're drawing a star on a piece of paper, but 6 lug, I just like to think of 2 triangles. So you bump that tight, bump that tight, bump that tight, and then jump over here. Boom, 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 and then just keep doing that until I feel them bottom out, or you can get a torque wrench, up to you. I just use the impact the whole way through. Anyways, guys, if you found this video helpful, useful, entertaining, or whatever else, please consider liking and subscribing. It really helps out the channel. Other than that, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Drive safe, and God bless.